So I've got my balls. I have a little mat on the floor so they don't run away from me. They have a tendency to do that. And this is what I call my passive physical therapy. We're trying the voiceover thing because, sometimes I want to just zone into what I'm trying to accomplish, and yakking at the same time sometimes defeats the purpose. I mean, I still stretch, but sometimes I'm zoning. Anyway, here we go. So what this is I started doing stretches. Oh, there's kitty shmoo shmoo. Or briskets. But I started stretching several years ago. I had been diagnosed with fibro, and he recommended PT, so I started doing my own stuff. And this is what it's developed into. So I've got the tennis balls underneath my feet, and I'm kind of rolling around, hitting those spots. Also trying to stretch my upper body, and I'm kind of like imagining, my body just aligning itself and putting things where it needs to go. It's really weird to watch. I can't explain it. That's why I'm kind of trying to do it this way. But once I get in, in the right zone, my body has a tendency to just go off on its own. Weird contortions, stretches, all kinds of weird things. But I figure you go to a chiropractor, you got to get in weird positions to adjust. You're stretching, you got to get in weird positions. But I learned to listen to my body and kind of get things rocking along by stretching, and then it just kind of goes from there. I've really noticed a difference. I haven't been doing this regularly for way too long. And so this is the second day of where I'm going to be doing some form of my passive physical therapy every day. Whether it's something like this, where I've got tennis balls under my feet, or laying down and stretching, or, stretching my hands and stuff. Just something. My normal for this is I do it right before bed, so I'm in bed and I'm comfy, and then I do my stretches, and that can last anywhere from half hour, 45 minutes, up to, I've done it as long as an hour and a half, because it's like my body just gets on a roll, and it just keeps stretching and popping and realigning, and then I know when it's done, everything feels relaxed and lighter, and it's just so much easier to fall asleep. And I'm positive I have the hyper joint thing, so I'm sure that doing the stretches and things helps with that kind of issue and the pain that goes along with that. I've always been really flexible and been able to stretch pretty far. Not so much anymore, but still, I'm trying to get those hips, working on the shoulders. You would be so amazed at just taking just a few minutes to stretch and twist and bend. It feels really good. And like I said, I hold it until my body tells me it's time to go on to something else. I do the shakes on my hands a lot. It kind of helps release the tension from, I'm sure, holding the cell phone all the time. So the shaking seems to help. But I pretty much just listen to my body. Oh, back at the tennis ball. Boy, every once in a while I get like a spot on my foot will pop and it releases, and it just feels like just like a wave of Or sometimes when I'm working on my back and my hips, and then it goes pop, 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 pop. Oh, it feels so good. But even something as simple as what I'm doing there, just stretching the fingers, open and close them, can make such a difference. Working on those shoulders, trying to get, and it's amazing, still amazes me, and I've been doing this for years, how one part of the body can affect the other part of the body. I mean, I don't know how many times, like if I'm doing the tennis balls, like on my right foot, all of a sudden I'll hit a spot, and then it makes the left side react and just go wonky until it resettles into the spot it's supposed to be. I mean, I kind of imagine it like my body's, I don't know what they were called, but it's like you push a button on the bottom and then they collapse, and then you let go of the button let go of the button, and then they stand back up. They're like old toys. So I kind of picture, like that. Or, like a self-healing robot where everything knows where it's supposed to be and what order and what angle, for what purpose. So my thinking is when I get on these rolls, then I just imagine my body's resetting itself, realigning itself, getting those nerves, unblocked and refiring, and, also helping with the lymphatic system and just so many things. So I do this on a daily when I'm doing good, and I figure it looks weird. I can't explain it. So I'm going to start sharing it just in case there's a chance that, somebody else may benefit from seeing me do some really weird stretches. But it can be done anywhere. You can sitting down, laying down, standing up, at home, at the office. You can stretch and do some things to take care of yourself anywhere. Well, there's more to this video, so I'm fixing to go and do a voiceover on the next part. Thanks for hanging out this long. Be sure to hit all the buttons you're supposed to, and we'll see you in the next whatever. Bye.